money I devour. The power drip about over shit, shaves and showers. Clocking all the hours, but I'ma love the outcome. Money in the power, the money I devour. The power drip about over shit, shaves and showers. I'm clocking all the hours, but I'ma love the outcome. You know it's funny how time fly. When you off these drugs, this OG got me sky high.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ivy Knows Best. It's me, Lavish Rick, as always, the Lavish Lord. A whole lot of different names for me. Joined with my wonderful cast today, the supervillain Kush. Kush, what's going on?
What's going on? How y'all feeling today?
Feeling wonderful. Hey, and also with the wonderful Miss Kimmy Cakes.
What's up, y'all?
All right, as wonderful as ever. And also, we have a special guest today with us, a super special guest. Some of y'all might know her as Grannie2thick. We know her as Miss Tyler. Tyler, what's going on?
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Doing amazing. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Now we've seen you've been blowing up lately. Obviously, more than lately, been all over the place. Spiritual world, Fabo. Everyone's reposted a lot of your Grannie2thick stuff, and some people have taken things a little further than they should be taken as far as copying you and all that. But you know, imagery is the finest form of flattery, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we know for a fact you're a friend of the show, right? Thank you very much for coming on with us and kicking it with us today. So can you please explain to us, how did Grannie2thick start?
So Grannie2thick came about because I was diagnosed with lupus last year. I was 29 years old. And I really didn't start getting like my physical symptoms until like January. And in January, I went from having mega knees, you know, I was the twerker, I was the life of the party, to like me not even being able to like get up out of my bed or walk down my own stairs. So when I first started using the Granny filter, it was just kind of like a joke between me and my brothers. Like I would just send them like face videos and stuff of me playing with the filter, pretty much telling them like, you know, this is how I feel. And I started making more videos, and I started posting them onto my Snapchat publicly. And then from Snapchat, seeing the reaction that I got from them, I then posted it to like TikTok. And then once it got on TikTok, it just like blew up everywhere. Like I literally started posting Granny videos February 20th, and she went viral by March 1st. So wow. It happened pretty fast.
Right now, I remember when I first saw it, because I've been following you for a while. I saw it and I was like, oh, she's back at it again with something new. Click, 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 you know. But then whenever I seen it pop up, and I like first I seen it on TikTok, somebody was like, they was duetting your Granny thing, right? And I'm not gonna lie, ladies and gentlemen, Rick was thirsty. All right, just doing thirsty Rick shit, double tapping. Sometimes you know what's funny? Sometimes I unlike your shit so I can like it again. Yeah.
Really?
I had a problem.
You know what? I'm not about to play with you. I am not.
No, but honestly, whatever I seen on TikTok, I was like, oh snap, this is funny as hell. So I was like, okay, so other people are getting hot on it. Then I went back to IG and I started sliding. And that's when I seen Fabo had done his stitch with you. And when I seen it, I was like, yo, I remember I contacted you and said, hey, yo, it's crazy, like you lit right now. Like spiritual world had you, Fabo was like, everybody was on you. So like that's a new level of fame. So we definitely, I became a fan of it. Kim, how'd you become aware of Granny?
I think I had seen you on like one of those, because I follow like a bunch of meme pages and stuff, and I'm pretty sure somebody had reposted you. And at first I was like, wait. And then I was like, oh, it's a filter.
Oh yeah. I know everybody, I think that initial reaction is what made it blow up, is because nobody really knew. I didn't realize how real the filter looked until everybody was saying, I was like, damn, I just thought it looked like a old woman filter. I didn't know people really thought it was an old woman.
Right. I was like, whose grandma is this?
Right.
Whose grandmother is this? But then again, once I seen it, I was like, oh, that's her right there. I know she don't look like that. I didn't see like 3-4 pages before. Right. So I already know what time it is. So Kush, how'd you become aware of Granny?
I got a group chat with people I work with. No. mostly males. So a lot of times in these group chats, it'd be a would you, you know,
right,
would
right.
you?
Now this lets you know right quick, right, Tyler? This is the mind of men, right? Like all right, when they see the real you and they see the granny you, right? There's one that's not a question, and then there's like the weird part of the text message where like, would you do this to somebody? Is this like of course, like what? It's the same thing. But this is what you got to go through. Obviously, this is what it is with us, man. I apologize if that makes any better for you. So
yeah,
also,
that's how.
So did they say they would
aware.
hit the granny?
Everybody said they would.
That's crazy. I can't wait till I get old then, because boy.
I was going to say,
did you expect anything less?
I mean, I don't know. You know, the internet's pretty mean. So, and just so y'all know, the reason why my hair looks like this is because I'm dyeing my hair right now. Okay,
right.
This black dye on my hair, and I got to dye this part green again. So that's why I look like a cone head right now.
We had pulled up on her, and she was taking care of some business outside of us, obviously, and she still made time for us, which I appreciate. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's dope. So, you know, don't y'all judge her because you already know what she's coming with. You done seen her on IG, you done seen her as Granny, so don't even play with her. All right.
Now y'all see me, no makeup, hair all wild and crazy, so it's real.
Right on. So where are you from, Tyler?
I was born and raised in Las Vegas.
Okay. So you're Vegas. All right. So shout out to Vegas, man. Shout out to Vegas. Now how far is the strip from, like, I hear people from Vegas say that's a different type of Las Vegas than Las Vegas where you're like living.
So where I live right now, I do live on Las Vegas Boulevard, but I live like the closest hotel to me, like on the strip, Mandalay Bay, is probably about a good 10 minutes down the street from me. But yeah, so I live on the strip, but before this, I didn't live on the strip. I lived on the North Las Vegas, which is far as hell away from the strip. And I was raised on the east side.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Now I have a question though. No,
That's
obviously.
weird.
Go ahead, Kush.
That's weird to me, like hearing you say that, because I always like think of Vegas as like not having nothing but what Vegas is known for.
Right.
Yeah,
Like, whoa, y'all grow up there and have normal lives.
Yeah, we got community centers and basketball, like little basketball places where they have like all the tournaments and stuff, and we got schools and, you know, we got fire departments.
I do fire departments.
It's an actual life out here. You know, there's running water, apartments, houses, the whole night. Right?
Yeah, we got goddamn grocery stores and shit. Yeah.
What's the school district called?
Clark County.
Oh, that sounds real regular.
Sounds real like when you think about it, right?
No, we voted worst in education. We like
really.
Yes.
So if you want your kids just to graduate, take them to Vegas.
I thought teaching y'all numbers would have been the first thing, the main focus out there.
You know what? Because they don't really want you to be educated. They want you to work in these casinos, or you get recruited right out of high school to go ahead and hit them casinos. It's bad out here. Like, these girls, they don't waste the dudes, they don't waste no time getting these little girls out here in these casinos to work for them. So it's really hard to stay focused, especially because this isn't really a city that values education. So you know how you can have a degree and you can go somewhere and they will pay you for attending college and the knowledge that you're bringing, you know, but this is more of an experienced type of town. So you're better off. I remember I went to college, but I left and I went and I found like a pretty good job. And I had people who had their degrees and they were still working the same job as me. And I didn't have a degree. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they don't honor it here. You got to learn, you got to either sink or swim here. Like, you either got to figure it out or you just going to be under there unless you find somebody to take care of you. But I don't like dealing with people like that. So I like to just handle shit.
Right on. So I know for a fact that Vegas is obviously a busy city, and it leaves a lot to be desired when it comes down to the dating market. Obviously, we know that you popping and you got a whole lot of fans out there. How do you handle? And I see your face right now. I see your face. How do you handle the dating market?
I don't date.
Okay.
I'm not dating right now. I think it's very important for me to take this time because I realize how much PTSD I have from my last relationship. And it's unfair for me to bring that into somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So right now I get more annoyed by people than I do to just be like, oh, let's go on a date. Every time I plan a date, I flake. I will literally, if Sabrina didn't step outside, I literally called her the last time somebody asked me to go on a date. And I was actually excited about it because he was a different type of guy. He just seemed so professional, so well put together. And he seemed like he could have been a husband. But like literally an hour before I was supposed to meet up with him, I'm on the phone with Sabrina and I'm like, why did I say yes? Why did I say yes? I'm like hyperventilating and I'm just like, oh my God, I don't want to go on this date. But then I was like, oh my God, but I do. I don't want to miss out on this opportunity. But then I was like, but do you really want to go on a date? I've had so many bad experiences with men. It's hard. Like, it's really hard to open yourself back up. You know what I'm saying? And because I have a lot of stuff I'm trying to do. And plus I'm sick now. It's not that I'm sick now. It's just, I don't have time to explain what I'm going through to people and them not understand. Like, I just need you to understand when I say it once. I don't have time to explain myself, you know? So right. Dating sucks. The men here, they suck.
Now here's the question, right? Like, what is the chances of, do you believe now this, we about to jump into some real smooth, okay? Now, because Travis Kelce and his girlfriend broke up, the football player, right? She said he didn't give her more than $100 their entire relationship, right? Mm-hmm. Her football player, right? But then we also seen Michael B. Jordan want to be married, right? Got a hold of somebody who didn't necessarily want the same thing, whatever, right? So how do you feel regarding these two situations? Because I know for a fact, I know how I feel, and I'm very loud about how I feel about a lot of this type of shit. And sometimes it upsets Kim. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it upsets Christy. Sometimes it doesn't. Me and Kush, we know, man, somewhere in the middle between the situations. But how do you personally feel about it before we get their opinions on both these situations?
Okay, so you have to think about your caliber of women that you're talking about. All right, so you're talking about a woman. What did that girl from the NFL? What does she do? Like the NFL wife?
I'm not sure. That's a good question. Anybody? Kush? Anybody know what?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I have no idea.
I knew she was big on IG because she was always with Travis Kelce. And Travis Kelce, being a white male dating a black woman, predominantly black women, was kind of, one of those things where we kind of accepted him in. So a lot of the shade room and all that type of love he was getting really came from that.
See, here's the thing about Lori Harvey. I don't know about that other girl because I'm gonna be honest. If I'm dating an NFL player and he ain't doing nothing for me, but I'm dealing with the bullshit that comes with dating an NFL player, like if it's all peaches and roses and he's treating you good and he's taking care of whatever. I mean, if she was paying 50-50, I wouldn't be paying 50-50. But if she was doing that and it was all peaches and gravy and it worked for them, good. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like Lori Harvey goes, they have to understand who she is and where she comes from. Because a woman like me, because I'm like, what? Middle class. I do well for myself, but only for myself. Like, I don't feel like I make enough to, like, I'm not rich. You know what I'm saying? But Lori Harvey, her dad is successful. And she is surrounded by successful men. Michael B. Jordan to her is normal. Probably low key, the lowest end compared to the men that she's been around and introduced to in her life. You know what I'm saying? So to a woman like me, Michael B. Jordan would be the perfect catch. You know what I'm saying? But to Lori Harvey, he's probably regular. You know what I'm saying? He probably, everything that he tries to buy her, she can buy herself. That's not somebody who you can really wow. And I say that because depending on her relationship with her father probably did so much to her that you really gotta come, like, you gotta buy me a private jet. You gotta buy me a big ass mansion, like, in order to top what her father has already done for her and the type of stuff that she's already seen on a normal. Like, Michael B. Jordan might be good to us, but to her, he's just regular. I've been around men like you my whole life, so nothing is exciting about it. Now, I think that with the time frame, I think that it was perfect, meaning they had enough time to get to know each other, just like how they say it doesn't take a man 3 years to find out if he wants to be with a woman, just like it doesn't take a woman 3 years to know if she wants to be with a man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the perfect timing was that year. They got to know each other. They got to spend time with each other. Yes, he was probably in over his head a little bit more than she was, but she realized that that is not who she saw herself with. And she decided to, instead of string him on when he kept noticing marriage, at least she wasn't like, well, let's think about it. Let's think about it. Like, no, she was like, well, you know what? I don't see marriage with you. And she cut it off when she needed to. I think a year, at least she didn't string him along for 5 years. It'd be different if she did that, but that's the get to know you period. That's when the honeymoon stage is done.
I'm gonna be straight up with you, Tyler. I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry. I'll be straight up with you. I think that he should have known better. Be honest with you. Like, all right, if you look at how, and I say this about Future or anybody else, right? Often we blame Future for the quote unquote toxicity, but not the people for choosing them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Michael B. Jordan, you saw how she was moving, right? And you tried to take her out of how she was already moving. You got to accept her as who she is and what she is at that point. You can't world's sexiest man change her out of that.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Because what you're doing right now. So is there proof that during Michael B's relationship with her, is there proof that she was either sleeping around, cheating on him or anything? Is there any proof of that?
Well, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you look at all her prior dealings.
Why are you judging a single woman's actions when she's single and she's dating around? Because she does what all of us have done. She's doing what all of us has done. Now, what you're doing is you're taking a woman and her actions while she's single and you're judging those and you're saying that that's how she's going to be in a relationship when there's no proof that she was actually promiscuous. She probably was faithful to him. And if she was cheating, she probably was. But there's no proof right now stating that she was promiscuous throughout their relationship. So you judging her as a single woman and saying that this is how she's going to be in a relationship is completely false. I am a completely different person when I'm single than in a relationship. I can be faithful to one man, but if I'm out and I'm going to be testing out the waters, just like every other normal person does, except for our dating profile isn't posted for everybody to see. You know what I'm saying? But hers is. How many women in a year do you date until you find the one that you settle down with? Have you gone, how many girls in a year, a single year, how many girls did you try to date? Were you fucking on? You don't have to say it out loud, but think about the number of women that you were actually dating and pursuing. And then when you finally decided to settle down, that's who you decided to settle down with. Like, she's normal, just like all of us. I mean, like, because she was fucking around with high caliber men. If I had the chance to fuck with Diddy and his son.
Okay, no, hold on. Time out. I'm glad you said that.
I would have to say though,
that's the part where we wouldn't date somebody like that.
That's cool.
If a chick dated, like hypothetically speaking,
she wasn't in the wrong. Diddy was in the wrong. She didn't have no loyalty to that boy. He had loyalty to him.
No, that's fine. But what I'm saying is, if Kush were dating somebody, and let's say Kush had a son, or Kush's pops was dating the same chick, and she dated Kush next, and then she came to me, I'm looking at that movement like, nah, I'm cool. I don't want to marry that. Now it has nothing to do with how she was as a single woman making the decisions she made. Fine, because there's niggas who do worse. Don't get it wrong. Mm-hmm. But in reality, I'm not about to sit there and take on some female who I just watched do this less than 5 years ago. This just happened. It was fresh.
So when you say Kush is your friend on the show?
Kush, raise your hand.
So if Kush had a son, so if she dated Kush and then went to his son, yes, I wouldn't go to somebody and then go to their son. But there have been times where I've literally said out of my mouth, you lucky you didn't introduce me to your daddy, because I probably would have been your stepmama. Like, but it's because you don't go down, you go up. So if the son was on bullshit, but then the daddy came and the daddy got way more money and he got way more resources and he can do a lot more for you, yeah, that's a move up. It's the same thing as homie hopping. You meet one of the friends, right? And the friend that you meet, you think he big shit. You like what he doing and stuff, but then you get around his friends and you realize you dating the little dog you got the little dog, you got the little homie, the one that people be checking and being like, bro, get the fuck out of my seat. And he gonna get up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you realize you got that person.
The one you sent to the stove.
Exactly. Like, you don't know who you know. You don't know who they know until they bring you around. But it's been times where I've dated people's homeboys because they were just better fits and we were more compatible. And I actually got more out of those relationships than I did with the dude who I was with, who just treated me like it was whatever. But, you know, because my best friend, one of my best friends, I homie hopped to him. from his best friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, it happens. But y'all be sitting there looking at the females when y'all need to be looking at the dudes, because those are the ones who y'all be expecting to have that loyalty to y'all. Y'all expect us to sit here and be loyal to y'all when y'all be dogging us out, cheating on us, talking shit about us, and making jokes in front of your homeboys, and behind closed doors, y'all homeboys really be like, damn, bro, you ain't even got to do her like that. She ain't even that type of female. And then when they come correct. The other homeboys, like, y'all be sitting out here dogging people out, not even knowing y'all homeboys be plotting.
But let's pause. Let's pause that theory right quick for two reasons. We're gonna pause that theory. A, because there's parts I want to break down and touch on. A, yes, niggas is trifling, right? B,
Dogs,
everybody
bitches.
knows it, and we know that we're not exceptions to the rule, right? If I sat here and said Lori Harvey's a hoe, watch this. Lori Harvey's a hoe, Megan's a hoe, Future's a hoe. Everybody in this piece of situation is a hoe, right? Except for Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan is the one person that I feel that Lori Harvey picked that wasn't on hoe shit. He wanted to make her a wife. He wanted to give her, like Jay said, all the keys and security codes. He wanted to that was it for him. That was the last stop, right? And she was like, nah, I'm good. Whatever her reasons were. The problem is Future did the same exact thing. And he's demonized for it by all women.
No, he's not. The only reason why
he's not the picture of toxicity?
because the only reason why he's demonized is because people are comparing him and Russell Wilson and everybody else. But in reality, they are all just normal people. You got dog ass niggas and you got niggas who treat girls right. Listen, there's two types of men: men who disrespect women, men who don't disrespect women. A man who respects women, you will not catch him disrespecting women. A man who disrespects women, even if he does not do it often, he will slip up and he will disrespect women. Like, you just have to chuck it up to what it is. Russell Wilson has potential to be Future, and Future has potential to be Russell Wilson. It's just it all depends on what they decide to do. I don't think that people should be demonized.
And
Lori
both
Harvey
have
is Future.
potential to be Tiger Woods.
Facts. Lori Harvey is Future. She's the female Future.
And that's okay. She's young,
right?
Beautiful.
So here's what I'm gonna do for everybody out here. Everybody out here who's not having this conversation, right? If you look at Lori Harvey and you're clapping for her, you better clap for Future and all his next movements. Okay, clap for him the same way, because we can't look at one and be like, damn, that's cool because it's happening over here, but this motherfucker's doing it, he's sick, or she's a hoe for doing it and he's not. Hoe is gender neutral, so is toxicity.
So why aren't you clapping for Lori Harvey?
I never clap for Future neither. I don't clap for either one of them.
Everybody, but see, because we tend to, when we talk about these type of things, we talk about the general, right? Mm-hmm. Generally, everybody clapped for Future and everybody praised him and they idolized him and they sing his songs when he's talking about fucking two sisters. You know what I'm saying? So you guys, the general idolizes that. So when it comes down, but then when a woman decides to,
I don't mean to interrupt you, but as soon as you said it, I heard it in my head. I don't give a fuck. They real sisters. And I was like, in my head, I was like, nigga, me neither. But go ahead, my bad. Go ahead, finish.
Exactly. So it's like you guys condone that, but then the fucked up part is the moment that Lori Harvey decided to date and explore her options, like, you guys just instantly went in and was like, she a hoe shaming and shit like that. But in reality, it's like you guys have normalized men being these big ass hoes, and y'all expect us to sit back and just watch while you do it. Like, no.
But whose job is it to call them on that? Ladies, this is for y'all. It's y'all job to make the distinction that you're not going to fuck with y'all job.
It's y'all job.
It's our job not. It's our job not to do it. It's y'all job to choose not to fuck with these type of niggas, because these niggas can only fuck you if you let them. So if y'all say, I'm not about to fuck with the Future ass nigga, the nigga that got 5 baby mamas, the nigga that be fucking everybody, I'm not gonna fuck with that nigga. Just like niggas, if you ain't gonna fuck with you better give us up away.
The niggas still gonna fuck with the Lori Harveys regardless, though.
We gonna still fuck her, and we ain't gonna be like, damn, she toxic as fuck. I don't care. Do me like you did Michael.
That's why I said. That's why I didn't agree with the men on this. Like, she can do what the fuck she want to do.
No, it's fair. It's fair. I don't think that she should be, like I said, we're not going to clap for one and demonize the other, or demonize the other and clap for the other. You need to clap for both of them or demonize them both. Either they either the same thing or they not.
So can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
And I do apologize, you guys, if I tend to interrupt y'all. I'm gonna work on
No, you fine. Go ahead.
doing that.
This is about you. We are here for you.
Okay. So I have a question. I had a conversation with a friend and it got pretty heated. Okay. And he's a guy. He said that for one, if men told women their true intentions of why they wanted to fuck with them, they would not fuck with them in the beginning, right? So if a man wants to fuck me and he came up to me in a bar and he said, look, I'm gonna be honest, you look good. I really just want to take you home tonight. I got a wife at home. I'm not trying to do nothing but fuck. That's it. Like that, we would turn you guys down, right? At that moment, we will say, well, you know what? That's not really what I'm looking for tonight. So, I'm sorry, but I'm going to respectfully decline. He said the reason why men aren't truthful to us is because if we knew their true intentions and what they already had going on, that we would not choose to fuck with them. So when you say that it's up to us to not date the futures, what you don't understand is the futures show themselves, they come off as men who say that they want potential relationships. And then once they get what they want from you and they got that connection and they start sleeping around, then you find out about the wives and the girlfriends and stuff weeks and months later on down the line. Like, you guys aren't giving us these options. You guys are giving us the option after we've already been in cahoots with each other. So it's not like you guys are addressing us as, oh, this is all I want and I'm just delusional and crazy and I'm just like, no, you're gonna be with me. Like, no, you guys are presenting yourselves in certain ways and then blaming women because we don't want to accept it once you've brought it to us completely different from how you addressed us. Like, it's weird.
So to answer that, the question part of it, yes, I do agree that there are men who do exactly what your friend said, but then there's people who don't. Right now, for the person that I am, okay, I'm very straight up about everything, right? I'm be honest and open with you. Any man who does not tell you what he has going on is hiding that, and I blame him for that part of it. But the same thing that I've been told as a man, I'm pretty sure Kush has been told as a man, is you didn't see this on this person prior to, i.e. being you need to screen the client. If a person got family, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the case is, you better be looking on the IG. You better be looking everywhere. If you can't find no IG on this person, you better have red flags for all that type of shit. Because ain't no way in today's society that you just going to happen to not post your girl if you got one. Ain't no way in today's society where you can't go find information on somebody. So I do agree with you.
They put hearts over their faces now.
Even doing that. If for a female, if I see you at dinner, every time I see a post about you at dinner and all I see is your plate, I know you out there with somebody. You ain't go out there by yourself majority of the time, unless you just that dating ass type of person who just goes on, takes yourself on dates. I know what I'm looking at when I'm looking at it. What you getting ready to say, Kim?
I was about to say, I would definitely come across men who do not show any sign of a female on any type of social media. And they like to say, oh, I'm a very private person. I don't like people in my business or whatever the case may be.
But that's a lie. We know that. You know that's a lie, Kim. You know that's a lie.
No, but I'm saying, like, when you find out about the girlfriend or the wife or whatever, it's like, they're a very private person.
It's like if I'm in it with a female, I'm I got in the lavish suite and I'm doing things with my lavish robe on, and she tell me that the coochie belong to me. I know that's a lie. I'm renting it. Okay, it's just mine until you feel like it's not mine no more. Okay, I know you don't love me. I know these are all lies. This is why I say they both. Now it's the male's responsibility, the person who's approaching the other person, to be honest. Yes, you definitely better be honest from the jump. But yes, it doesn't give a person the opportunity to yes or no it. But what happens is once you figure that shit out, depending on when you figure it out, it's your job then to leave that motherfucker alone, because you're not responsible for anything that happened prior to it.
I feel like men blame us for shit that's out of our control. Like, y'all really do sit here and just blame us for the fact that y'all dogging us out, y'all leaving us with kids. Like, and then you making it seem like, well, you should have chose better. Not realizing, like I said in my previous podcast, I didn't realize my nigga was a dog till a year and a half after. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you. I didn't realize my ex-wife was
switch up, and for me to find out everything that I found out.
I didn't realize my ex-wife was bad until about 8 years in. Don't worry. It took me 8 years to figure it out. So you're not alone.
But but just like how like how you were saying, it starts with us, but in reality, it starts with you guys as men, because you guys don't understand how much of an influence. And I think it's kind of, I don't want to say gay because I don't want them to come after me, but it's really gay how men treat their friends against how they treat their women. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you guys listen to your friends. So if your friend is sitting there watching you cheat on your wife, dog your wife out and stuff like that, men need to hold their friends accountable for stuff like that. They need to speak to them and let them know you don't want to lose everything you have going on. Like, why are you have a good girl at home? Like, I don't see or hear a lot of dudes actually holding their friends accountable. Like, you know, a couple of people, when they found out about what my ex did to me, they did stop talking to him. You know what I'm saying? But there were other people who were like, well, shit, it ain't none of my business. You know what I'm saying? And they don't speak on stuff. But why do you feel comfortable being around people? Like, just like if my dude is hanging around a whole bunch of hoes and like the dudes, they all sleeping around and they doing their thing, I expect him to be the same way. Because it ain't no way that you sitting there next to a dude while he's cheating on his girl, that you just sitting there thinking that the shit is gravy. Like, you need to speak on stuff like that. Y'all need to correct each other.
Do y'all do the same thing for y'all female friends? Because I know women.
I sure do. I sure do.
Kim don't. Kim, and if you say you do, you know you a lie, and the devil's using you today. If your homegirl got a lie for you, right? Hypothetically speaking, let's say this, Kush and you were dating, right?
Okay.
Kush is like,
we always dating.
Y'all been dating the whole time.
Always.
You know, we can't use me because you know I got an old lady and she don't go for that. So anyway, Kush and Kim, y'all dating, right? Boom, everything good, everything gravy. You want to slip out, do your thing, Kim. Your homegirl know the lie better than anybody else know it. I remember I did a show on here with the Ladies Lair podcast, and we were saying this exact thing. She said, my homegirl know what my plate was, where we ate at, where we went over this for 3.5 months. She know the whole game. She know where I'm at, and she's not gonna tell me nothing. That's your homie. Your homie know the plate. So it's the same way with men. We do. It's really kind of the same thing. The only difference is for us, we don't get demonized for it because it's just the double standard exists. But in reality, women know it just as well as we know it. Actually, y'all cheat way better than we do.
So, but here's the thing. I feel like I'm not gonna sit here like if my homegirls do call me and be like, oh, or like I feel like I have to lie for her on the spot. I'm gonna probably lie for her, but I'm gonna come for her neck in private. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like, girl, what you doing? Like, why you didn't, at least put me on the game? Like, why you feel like you have to do this, whatever the case may be. But I'm alive right then and there. It's just like the conversation we were having in any relationship, right? Even when you with your significant other, you go with the flow right there, and then you're gonna question it later. Like when you're not in front of people, you're gonna be like, why did you move the way that you did, or whatever the case may be. So in the moment, yeah. But later on, when it's just the two of us, I'm gonna be like, bitch, fuck is you doing?
And that loyalty that we have as men is steeped in a little bit differently. And I'm gonna explain to y'all a little bit why it's steeped in a little bit differently.
No, yeah, just a little bit slower.
That loyalty that they have,
right? Look, the loyalty that men have for other men, right? As opposed to their women. If you are not married to your woman, right? This why I say the key is marriage. In this situation, if you are more loyal to your friends than your wife, you have a problem. You have a serious problem.
You shouldn't have a wife.
If it's a steady girlfriend or somebody you don't feel that deep of a connection with, and you still have that loyalty to your friends over her, I can slightly understand that because she can be here today, gone tomorrow, and that's the end of the story. She can move on to the next person. But your wife, this is where I draw the line. If it's your wife, your children, or your family, no one supersedes those people. Nobody does.
Yeah, but it'd be those same friends that the minute you break up with shorty, they sliding in our inbox. You
know why? Because niggas is creeps, and we know this. We know this. I know who my real friends is and who ain't. I know. For example, I can promise you. I can promise you right now. If I broke up with my girl today, and she slid in Kush DMs, I already know what's gonna happen.
Screenshot.
Really?
I don't know what's going on right here, bro.
You need to handle it. And guess what I'm doing? Guess what I'm doing? This is you,
I really hate the nature of men. Like, it's really, and I don't know, and I really tried my hardest not to say this out loud for
all
as
men,
long as
all
I
men
can
or some
remember.
men. All men or some men? Just make sure we're clear.
I said the nature of men.
Right.
So
is it
it's so
some
this
of us or all
isn't.
of us? I don't mean.
I mean, all of you guys have it in you. It's your choice on if you're gonna go left or you're gonna go right. Okay.
Okay, so
And the
some of
reason
us.
why I say the nature of men is because this is what we've come to grow and accept through generations and generations. Like, we're expected to allow you guys to have multiple women. We're supposed to turn a blind eye. We're supposed to, even if you cheat on us, we're not supposed to cheat back. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but the nature of men is just so disturbing. And I think that's the reason why I'm kind of caught in between the whole dating thing, is because I don't have time to completely reprogram a man's mind to believe that he should just want to be loyal and faithful and want to build with one person. Like, it already has to kind of be instilled in that person to do that. I don't have time to teach somebody that. And it's like with the men of today's generation, because of social media and everything, a lot of them have that mindset where it's temporary. Oh, fuck it, you only live once. Like, I mean, I got you, I could get another one. You know what I'm saying? They have that mindset, and that loyalty and stuff is just, it's really not there. Like, women are the definition of loyal until we don't have to be loyal anymore. Men, you guys are loyal to your friends and your barbers. I feel like women have a natural loyal nature than men do. And y'all think of loyalty as, oh no, you gonna fuck my homie? Like, no, but what was I doing throughout the whole relationship while you were dogging me out and cheating on me? What was I doing? I was right there by your side. But then when we decide to split, what I choose to do and the loyalty that I have for myself is completely different. I'm not gonna sit here and have loyalty for a man who did me wrong and shit like that. I feel like women are more naturally loyal to their partners in the beginning, and men, y'all just don't have no loyalty at all. It's weird.
Okay. I'm going to disagree with that wholeheartedly.
I think that that's probably like men in Vegas, probably, because like like most of my friends are like married and have been married and won't even go out. Like, I was like that until I got divorced.
I try to hold on to my marriage even though I knew it was falling apart.
What?
I tried.
Yeah.
I legitimately tried. We had 4 kids together. I bought a house. I did everything I could.
I went to work and demanded that I ain't working these hours no more. I'm finna quit. I need to work more in this shift.
So here's what I'm gonna say about today's people, men and women both. Neither one of them have loyalty at all. None of them do, because everything is on to the next person. We just spoke about somebody who, no offense to her, rich man, rich man, rich man, rich man. We did the same thing with Future, woman to woman to woman to woman to woman. These are the people that they get to see going person to person to person. And we're taught that richer men have the ability to access any woman they want as often as they want. And women make it okay because guess what? Treat him like a trick, he'll buy you a bag. Treat him like a trick, he'll buy you a house. Suck his dick good, he buy you a Rari. This is what they're taught. And they listen to Megan. No offense, I love Megan's knees. But can we be honest? Megan said, I call him a trick and he don't get offended. Baby girl, that's the problem. Even though she's just rapping and she's in love with somebody, she has the person she wants to be with, but the person listening to Megan's music might not. The person listening to Cardi's music, I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me show you how I got this ring. They don't get that she does do all those things to keep her husband. She's not rapping about how she got a husband.
So can I just
Beyonce's
say
the last one to rap or song about that.
When you guys say husband and you say wife, so this is the thing. So when you get married, or when men decide to get married, some men decide to get married because they want a wife, but they don't necessarily want to be a husband. Meaning you want all of those qualities in that woman. You want that woman to be at home with the kids, and you want that partner and that support when you go home. But when you leave the house, you have that ring on, but you don't have that ring on. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it's just, it's messed up, because I'm going to say it out loud, but a married man did a hell of a lot for me. You get what I'm saying? As his little thing, in the beginning, I did not know that he was married, but when I found out about what was going on, it was like, okay, but he was a married man, and he was talking about having children with me. He was like, even after I found out about his wife, I was just like, well, I just know not to take you serious. Like, I'm, but we don't interact like that anymore. But
letting
it
them
was
park
just
the
the
car?
fact that, huh?
Were you still letting them park the car in the garage?
No, I don't have a garage.
No. Were you letting them park the car in the garage?
No,
Train in the tunnel.
no, he
No,
wasn't.
none of that?
He's never had a key to my house. He's never done. It's never been that type of party.
So y'all
But
never
it's
hooked up
just
or
a
nothing like that?
simple, huh?
No hook. Y'all weren't on like a hookup relationship.
No, we did hook up until I found out he was married.
Oh, and then he kept doing that shit.
He kept doing the stuff, but we eventually just fell off because I couldn't rock with it.
Okay.
So, but he was talking about having kids with me. He was talking about, you know, getting married to me and stuff like that. And to think that a man can have a wife at home, and these are the conversations that you entertain. And to my understanding, when I found out that she wasn't even unhappy, they weren't unhappy. He was just doing it. It's like, it doesn't really give me the best idea of men in marriage when those are the type of examples that we fall into. All of my friends, my married friends, they're miserable. And it's okay. I mean, as long as you got that name and you got that man and you got that ring, it's okay, I guess. But my thing is, I feel like people, they're getting married too young. I think that everybody, because
I was about to tell you
you're
that.
you're still growing, you're still evolving. You should really use your 20s to travel, have fun, figure out who you are, focus on your career, so that when you are in your 30s and you're ready to settle down a little bit, you know, you'll know who you are. Like, you'll be able to meet who you're actually gonna be with. You know, everybody just tried to do everything too young, and
But
then
hang
they
on,
be like,
Tyler, my fault. I have one question. I don't mean to interrupt you. One question about this. Can you please tell these ladies, please tell them, do not try to marry on your decline. Okay?
like going up.
No, that's don't marry. No, marry when you reach the top. Don't marry.
Oh.
Don't marry when you on your decline. Because what happens is a lot of the selectiveness that I've seen is I don't want this type of nigga, this type, and they weed out all these niggas, and then when they get to like this point, then they start kind of going like this. Then they start wanting to add in them same niggas they just weeded out, right? Tell them to stop doing that shit. The reason why, because if they don't listen to me, they'll listen to you. Because if they're not gonna do that, what they're gonna end up doing is this: they're gonna hit here, and what'll happen is, as we know, men start off low and kind of, as the older they get, they're supposed to go on a good trajectory of who they are. When you meet a man here and you're on your downside, you're expecting him to kind of carry you with him. Ladies, don't do that. Marry at your tip point before you start tipping over. Like, so have your fun, do your shit, but as soon as you're on top of all your shit and you've had all your fun, find yourself a husband. Don't try to find yourself a husband 3-4 years after the fact. Damn, I'd have had a kid. I'm sick of all these niggas. All these niggas ain't shit. I hate them all. And niggas dogging you. Man, look, that's the wrong time to be with a nigga when you're on your downside, because you marry anybody.
But now you've gone here. Now, who's to say she wasn't here and she decided to, and because she decided to try to settle down with a man, because like I said, y'all blame us for the wrong shit. She's up here, she's at her peak. Now she wants to settle down and she finds someone. And then now all of a sudden she starts declining because she chose the wrong man. Like, and again, it's what you guys show us and who you are. Now you talking about her having kids and her having this and her having that, but whose fault? I mean, we can blame both parties. We definitely can, but y'all sit here and blame single mothers when you guys aren't even holding the men accountable who made them single mothers in the first place. It's like, women do be at their top and y'all be seeing us on our rise. Y'all see us on our shit, but what y'all want to come in and do? Stop us. Y'all want to up? I want to put a baby in you. Up? I want to marry you. I want you to, and then once you marry her, you want her to stop everything that she was doing because you don't agree with it being like her being in a relationship and her doing the shit that she was doing when she met you. Like,
well, that comes with you marrying and being with the right person, number one. Number two, most single mothers that are single, we got to add a whole bunch of factors into it. There are a lot of fathers that are active. I'm one of them. The guy next to me right here, he's another one. Super duper active fathers, right? There's so many. All of my friends, as much as they are single fathers and they're not married or anything like that, there's a lot of us who exist in this world, right? That I know for a fact you're not talking about us, just like I'm sure there's a whole lot of Kims and a whole lot of Christies in this world who are single mothers. I'm not sure if you have any kids or not, but if you did, I'm pretty sure you take care of them. All those.
Only reason why I mentioned it is because you mentioned kids on the decline.
No, I got you. So what happens is when the reason why I said it's on the decline on that end, because we added in also niggas mistreat you, niggas do this, and you're carrying all those hurts, right? And people aren't taking time to do what you're doing, which is get through your traumas, heal yourself. So then when you do decide to be with somebody and you find the right person, you good, right? There's people who aren't like that, people who don't wait. There's men and women both who do not wait. There's men who, I got married at 20. I'm 33 right now. That was the worst mistake I made. I was married for over a decade to a person that I thought loved me. That person told my children she never loved me. She told her own children this. Right? So that shit fucked with me forever. The woman that I'm with now tells me she loves me every day, and I know she means it. But the reality of it is this: we both have been through our shit. Right? So me being told this type of situation, I know that's not her fault, and I know that her shit ain't my fault, right? So we just kind of balance each other out in that way, right? But now we got to move forward, Tyler, because I like the fact that you have a future in this podcast and shit. You got to stop. Listen, you bring Granny to a podcast, all right? We're gonna have a show with you and Kim. Is gonna be called Granny's Kitchen for Yams. You understand what I'm saying?
Really?
They're gonna be thirsty.
And I could do that. I just got some gray hair wax too. So
Kim, what's up? Let me produce the show. All right. Let me produce the show. But question now, what are some keys, obviously, to a successful relationship? I'm going to go around and ask all of y'all, what is a major key that you look for in a relationship that makes that will make that relationship top tier in your mind? And we're going to start with the ladies. Kim, we're going to give you a chance to go first because you've been sitting there with your nice yellow shirt on, your hair done up all nice, and you ain't been saying too much. So tell us, what is a major key for a successful relationship to you?
Before I say that, I just want to say, can Tyler be on the show every Sunday so that I don't have to be the one arguing with you?
Listen. If Tyler comes on this show, me, Tyler, you, and Kush, and whoever else we decide to throw on, we could have an amazing show. We really could. Now this specified topic is great because we obviously feel strongly about what we feel strongly about. If Tyler's open to coming back next week and the week after that, if she's not busy, whatever she has time to do, we'll have her back. Rick is not adverse to that.
I just like the fact that I didn't have to do it this week.
I would have smoked you too, Kim. Listen, Tyler,
you didn't smoke me.
No, I didn't. Tyler, I got your back, Tyler. Tyler fought. And I mean, listen, I feel like Tyler may have edged me in certain points, and I may have edged her in certain points. I can agree with her sometimes, and sometimes I don't. But Kim, with you, I disagree with you all the time. Now answer the question, Kim. Stop trying to start stuff between me and Tyler. We just got cool.
I feel like communication is probably the biggest thing for me in a relationship. Being able to convey your feelings, what you're going through, and do it in a healthy manner.
Like if you're in Houston, right, and like your man's in Houston, and you gonna tell me that kind of communication? I'm just asking.
Yeah,
asking for
like that kind of communication.
Right on, right. And how about you, Tyler? How about you? What is a major key for a successful relationship to you?
Communication, of course. Self-acceptance, accepting who you are unapologetically and allowing that to be who you show people that you are 100%. And self-awareness, being aware of what you are doing, how it affects others, and just being able to control the room in that type of way. Like it's just about being with people you honestly want to be with, understanding your own intentions. It's all about like just knowing yourself. You know what I'm saying? I know what I want. I know what I desire. I know what I don't like. And I'm not going to sit there and I'm not going to tell you to change anything. I'll tell you what I don't like. If you want to change it, you can change it, but I'm not going to tell you to change it. I want you to be you. I don't want to be with somebody I got to change. If I find myself like complaining about things about you, I'm probably just going to end up being like, you know what? We're probably will be better off as friends. If there's things that I just feel like if it's a character thing and it's not just a habit that can be broken. Yeah. So just all about knowing yourself, knowing what you accept, knowing your worth on both parties. If you feel like I'm not good enough for you, tell me. So I can be like, look, baby, go find it. I support that.
What if he wants you to be Granny the whole time? You gonna fuck with it?
I mean,
like, I don't want Tyler. I want Granny.
If he has like some weird type of fetish like that,
yeah,
I act like an old woman naturally. So
he'll be high.
Yeah,
right?
he'll be all right.
You be all right. All right. So, Kush, how about you? What's the major key for a successful relationship to you?
If I find the person who just love the little shit, like we still gonna do the big shit, but if you love the little shit, I think that's who I want to be with.
I like that.
I like his accent. Let me hear yours.
Who?
You.
Kim's? Me?
Mhm.
Y'all, but I can tell you, I mean, I don't really have a bad one like that. Mine's like, mine ain't like
A
that crazy.
bad one.
Like yours is heavy. Like Kush's is heavy as hell. Mine's not. Like mine comes out like if I say dog.
That's country as hell. Go ahead.
Dog. Yeah, that's my dog. You know what I mean?
Dog.
Shit like that.
He
Yeah, I'll
said
say some shit
dog.
like that.
Yeah. I say dog.
Oh,
But
yeah.
nah, I feel like today's women don't appreciate the little shit. They only want to post the big shit that you do online. And
Now,
that's it.
Tyler, don't respond yet. Don't respond yet, because I seen your eyes. I said, listen, I seen your eyes. They got like this. And you gotta let me get this out first.
I mean, she might personally like love the little shit, but majority of what you running across don't.
That's true. That happens.
I will say it's very. I hate flexers and I hate flossers. Like I love just normal. Like I don't like a man who do too much. You know, I appreciate the smaller things. I love it more. Like you ain't gotta do nothing big. We don't have to go to expensive ass steakhouses and stuff like that. Like shit, take me to where I like to eat. I like this little taco place. I'm happy with my tacos. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be major. Some of the things that I miss about being single were all of the small things, like just massaging his hands and, you know, just having somebody just to put your leg on, you know, just somebody to ask if they needed anything or them asking me if I needed anything, him just bringing my favorite candy from the store, stuff like that. It was just like small things that I loved and I missed. All the big things that he did, he only did big things when he was trying to apologize. Like,
which is the main, like, which I think is crazy. Like, I'm be honest, one of my major keys, and this, and most women don't like this shit, but it's real. Two is actually I have two of them. They're tied. I need somebody that's gonna be soft. I need a soft person. I do not need somebody. And what I mean by soft, I mean you could be hard with everybody else. Just don't do that shit with me. Just don't bring that hard shit over here. If I want to be with a nigga, I'd be a homosexual. I'm not. So, you know, just, you know, don't be all extra with me. That's one. And two, I need a woman that knows how to be quiet and when to be quiet. How and when. Yes, I know, Taylor. I know it hurts. It hurts to hear it, Taylor. But here's the reality about this. Here's what I mean. The reason why I say that is because as a man, I know when and when not to, right? I know when to be a man and when to kind of let you be a woman. And if my manliness is intruding on your woman shit, I back the fuck up. I need a woman who knows that, hey, maybe I just don't need to say this shit. Maybe I don't need to say that's why your motherfucking mama dead, nigga. Maybe I don't need to say that when I get married, right? Because I was thinking this one chick one day, because women fight with their words way better than niggas do, right? Chick said, she was like, you know what? Yeah, nigga, that's why all your homies dead, nigga. I was like, whoa, bitch, what? Like, get out now. All right, get the fuck up out of here. But that type of person, I realized, and mind you, never punched her, never hit her, nothing. Had she been a grown man, she would have been asleep. Or worse, but this is a woman that we're talking about here. So I had to let her get off with that shit. Okay, cool. Get your shit off, and I never want to talk to you again. I realized I don't want to deal with that.
One thing I've worked on, just on a personal tip, is I do not speak out of anger anymore. You will not. If I feel myself even getting in a rise, I remove myself from the situation because I know I am one of those people. I do it with friendships and relationships. I will literally tell them, look, let's come back to this conversation when we're not so heated, because one of us gonna say something that we ain't gonna be able to take back. And I take what you say I take that shit to heart. So if you tell me I'm not good enough, or I'm a bad friend, or I'm this, or I'm that, or you say something about my mama, like, that's grounds for just complete termination. There's no talking after this. We're done. You know what I'm saying? So I always check myself first. I never let anybody get me to that point. You know, when you're so mad that you can't control anything that comes out of your mouth. Like, it's like this, it's like word vomit where you just go and you go and you go. I've been there a couple times, but I will never allow myself to do that again.
I feel like the masculine equivalent to that is the physical part of that. You know what I mean? Like you don't let nobody get you mad enough to where you want to break their fucking neck, even though they might make you mad enough to do it, but don't do it. Like there's a whole lot of shit that's happened to me in my life where I'd be like, bro, we could do this, but we could go to jail too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I went to jail behind it, so I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm good on that. Getting
Yeah.
butt naked and getting in front of a bunch of men, waking up when they don't want me to, doing shit they don't want me to do. Sound like the military all over again, but let's just put like add a little extra level to that and put violence and corruption and shit like that going on inside the jail system. I'm good. I don't need that in my life. I have children. I got children. Now, before we slide up out of here, let's go ahead and make sure we do cover one more thing before we let you up out of here, because I know you got shit you got to do. You got things to do. Okay.
I rinse my hair out.
I know you've been on here kicking with us, girl. You'll be like looking like Granny for real.
Oh my God, please
Right?
no.
Now, here's the cold part. Now, what is something that the fans should know about you? In terms of like what is something you're dying for your fans to know, so that they know, okay, when we go look up Tyler or look up Granny, here's what she wants us to take from this.
I really just want everyone to know that it is okay to be one of those people who think outside of the box. You do not have to agree with everyone. Everyone does not have to agree with your lifestyle or what you choose to do. Be who you are, stay true to yourself. And those who are meant to be around you, they will come naturally. You always just like trying to be somebody that you're not, you're going to attract the wrong people who are there for the wrong reasons. And also always put yourself first. I know people have kids and stuff like that, but understand without you, there's nothing. Like you have to take care of yourself, eat more fruits and vegetables, drink a whole bunch of water. Don't end up like me with an autoimmune disease. So every time somebody pisses me off or I eat tomatoes, I inflame.
Oh man. Well, damn. No tomatoes for you. So if you're all gonna slide in her DMs, slide in her DMs with Amiris instead of tomatoes. Okay. No tomatoes, just all love, right? All right. So guys, y'all have anything for Tyler before we let her get up out of here?
No, thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you, sweetie.
Kim just happy.
I like her.
She's happy
like
she
how
got
you-
somebody.
I like
to fight
you
with.
too.
I like how you break shit down. Like you really break shit down. You make me see shit from a different perspective.
Yeah, that's what's up. There's a lot of shit that she was saying I wanted to disagree with, but then when I was like, you know what? You know what I mean? Like, see, had Kim said that, Kim would have been fried. Like, I got this Kim batter over here that I got the egg wash right next to it. It's crazy. I double fry Kim. It don't make me no difference.
He swear that's what he does.
Hey,
that's not really how it goes down.
Tyler, go watch 6 or 7 of our episodes, right? And I bet you'll see me dropping Kim deep in that water.
Hey Kim, you know what? Me and you, we gonna connect because I'm gonna get you right. Because see, the thing about it is like men, they be trying to bogart us, but we just gotta be like, it's this thing that you gotta do with your chest, where you just gotta say it with your chest. Like you gotta be like, nah, bro. This is what it is.
But Kim didn't tell you how she lives an hour away from me, but she was in Cushion City and didn't let them know she was there. Let's talk about it. Let's cover that.
Oh,
what does that have to do with anything?
Let's cover that. Hey, let's talk about that right now. How she don't want to be cool with none of us. You know what though? That's how you win an argument though. Really, when somebody beasting on you, you just change the subject. You just change the subject right quick, and then they be like, "What?" and they walk away. It is what it is.
I block everybody. Block. I block you while you're trying to respond. Block. You want to argue with me? Block. And then I'll unblock you, say something, and then block you again.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, I like to call that the lavish Rick finger. You know when I told you I used to double tap your shit, then unlike it just so I could like it again.
Yeah,
that's what that is. Yeah.
But yeah, you guys are so dope. Thank you so much. If I didn't think I was about to be bald headed after this, I would stay just a little bit longer, but I got to get this out because I really do think my hair might fall out.
Oh no, look, Tyler, thank you very much for joining us, man. We appreciate you. The fans appreciate you. Hey, y'all go follow her, obviously, Grannie2thick. And what else is your IG and other handles?
It's Grannie2thick backup now because they took my account. And my page is Don't Blame Tyler on Instagram and Don't Blame Tyler LV on TikTok.
Right on. All right, guys, as always, Lavish Rick. Supervillain Kush, and Miss Kimmy Cakes. Thank y'all very much. As Ivy knows best.
Thank you guys. Talk to you later.
See, this my real life, and it's writing, and I stand by it. The shit these niggas rap about is lies, it's falsified. No lie, niggas really getting fried in them drive-bys. While these clowns post their dimes on Instagram like they tough guys. Only time they pull their pole is when they bitch on mine.